welcome back to my channel. I'm Em, and today I am making a video about my experience getting an NJ tube placed. First of all, an NJ tube is a feeding tube that goes through my nose and past my stomach into my jejunum, or the second part of my small intestine. The reason I have my NJ tube is because I have a chronic illness called gastroparesis, which basically means that my stomach is paralyzed. I got my tube placed on December 4th, 2018. Today it is January 29th, so I've had it for almost 2 months now, and these are some tips that I wish I would have had going into my first NJ tube placement. Without further ado, I'll get into my tips. I have a script in front of me, so if I'm looking down a lot, that's what I'm looking at. My first point on how to be prepared for getting your tube placed is if you are told not to eat anything for a certain amount of time leading up to your placement, listen to them. It will definitely help your placement if there's nothing in your stomach getting in the way of the tube. My second point is not necessary, so if you don't want to do this or you don't have Vaseline, it is okay, but I had a small tub of Vaseline that I would apply to my nose a little bit the day before and the morning of my tube placement. They do lubricate the end of the tube, so you don't have to worry about if you don't have Vaseline or you forget to do it. It's not a big deal, but psychologically it helped me feel prepared and in control. The next point is if you're allowed to, I would recommend listening to some soft music while the placement is going on. But make sure that you can still hear the doctors and nurses because they will be still talking to you while the tube is being placed. I just found that for me, having some music to listen to was distracting and relaxing a little bit, as relaxing as it could be. The next point is, even though it might seem like torture, while you're having your tube placed, think about your favorite food. This will help open your pyloric sphincter, which is the sphincter that connects your stomach to your small intestine. And by thinking about your favorite food, sometimes that can help open it up and allow the tube to pass through easier. My next point is if unfortunately your placement is not going very smooth, and this is very uncommon, I did have to have my tube replaced because of a clog, and my second tube placement was not as smooth as my first one. I really needed to focus on my breathing because I started to get very upset and I started to hyperventilate and have a panic attack, and none of that is good or wanted while you're having a tube shoved up your nose. So if you can, just focus on breathing in and out so that this doesn't happen to you. But hopefully your placement is smooth to begin with. My last point is that after I had my tube placed, and I mean like right after, I was really struggling to get used to the feeling of it in my throat, and I felt a little bit like I was choking because I was not used to having something going down my throat like that. And I found that it helped me to lie kind of to one of my sides, and I could feel the tube a bit less. I'm not sure if I'm just unique and I'm the only one who really felt that way, and I'm not sure if you feel this way, if this will help you, but it did help me, at least I think it did. Maybe it was just all psychological, but if you're dealing with that, I would recommend giving that a try. So those were my points that I have for now. I do just want to say again that this is just my personal experience, and just because something happened to me doesn't mean it will happen to you. And I really just hope that if you're about to get an NJ tube placed, everything goes well, and even though it's very scary and uncomfortable, try to just relax and think calmly and breathe, and hopefully everything will go well for you. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.